Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. We are back. We are live. As per usual, ABR Barops 19 here, ready to give you guys another round of Formula 20 action. And this one's a special one to me because this is the home of my ancestors and the Temple of Speed. We have Monza on deck tonight and 20 drivers here to participate in the short qualifying 50% race coming up. Should be what I would like to think will be the most exciting race of the season, given just the nature of the track and especially the way these guys race together. I'm going to be very much so looking forward to getting the action underway. But per usual, we'll get a rundown of the grid here. Salty, our main man, the host in the Racing Point. Mo Juice is here. Pyden's here. Shazam's here. Lukey's here. Mers is here. Luciano's here. QJ's here. Time Lord, JDR, Tidy Whitey, Massive Noogie, Slick, Lawful, Kidding, Sufjan, Logan, Veyron, Donut, Chapo, and of course, yours truly in the booth. Guys, I appreciate you tuning in tonight. If you can, send it out to a friend or two. Send it out to your family. I know other guys want to watch these guys go racing and help support me in the process, and that's much, much appreciated. As it looks like we're going to get underway. Short quali coming up. It's dynamic weather, remember, so I wouldn't expect that it will rain here, but I would say there is a chance for sure. Unlike, let's call Bahrain, which is out in the desert, you're not going to get rain there. There's definitely a chance of rain here in Italy. I think it would be better in dry conditions for the viewership, but wet weather race always mixes things up as well. And wait for the drivers to choose their strategies here. Looks like DZ Sked's in the building. Good to see DZ Sked in the chat. Jay Luciano as well. And a shout out to his beautiful niece, Rylin. And yeah, Jay is going to be someone to keep an eye on tonight. We'll take a quick look at the standings here from the last round. We are through round 9, our most recent track, Australia. And Jay Luciano picked up yet another win to his name, 4 on the season now. For the points leader, 152 in the bank. And then you got M3, who is sadly no longer with us. Last week was his last performance in Australia. He is in second in the Drivers' Championship, effective as of now, but he's at 122. I'm guessing he'll be passed today by the man who's made a rapid rise up the leaderboard. That's Sufjan, and he is at 114. So closing in on Jay. He just needs to continue the strong performances. Looks like Veyron sits in 4th for the moment with 71. Pyden in 5th with 60. Logan in 6th with 58. And Massive Noogie's in 7th with 54. Keep an eye on those three today. Pyden, Logan, and Massive Noogies. That's some drivers' championship implications there. That's going to get you into the top 5 if you lead that group. Then you got Donut, Time Lord, and Salty at 48, 47, 46. So they're basically all on the same page. Shazam, Exclusive Auto, JD at 38, 25, 25. So a little bit of a grouping there. Then you got JD at 25, Slick at 15, Mojuice at 12, Kidding at 12, Apex at 1, Keaton at 1, QJ, Lukey, Ace, no points to their name yet this season. And Gator Boy in the reserve standings leads the way with 10, as it looks like a dry session here in Monza, which is nice. Let's get ourselves into a party. Don't want to be bothering these guys. And it says rain at the end of the race, apparently. So that's going to add some extra spice here. I don't think that will change the setups. You're obviously going to want a dry one for qualifying, and it will compromise your race as well if you go for a wet setup. So the drivers will be smart enough not to make that mistake as we get all the goodies put up for you. And drivers out on track now are Donut, JDR, Logan, Massive Noogies, Tidy Whitey, and a mix of tires tracks here. None on the mediums yet on the track, but looks like Time Lord, Moju's Pyden, and Veyron all have those hooked up at the moment, as it's going to be a little bit of a battle to see who can get the tow here, because obviously the tow makes a difference. And he's got, I think, JDR there ahead of him, does Donut, which is really good news for him, because JD, strong performer so far this season, even though the points maybe don't speak to it. He is a strong qualifying performer, and the most that Donut can do here is just try to keep up with the back of him. Don't get too close, but definitely just keep up with JD. If you can mirror JD, it'll be a decent lap time. And you see there's a lot of guys coming out on track now, and almost a little bit of traffic on the exit of turn 2 there. Now Donut trying to actually break the slip. He's getting a little bit close to the Renault, and I think the Renault's going to let him sneak by here. Yeah, he is. So I think that's Donut. Oh, actually, never mind. Looked like he was. Never mind. JD's still on his lap here. The Haas is sitting on the apex there. That's got to be Jay Luciano. Oh, and yeah, now the Renault's backed out of it. Maybe JD's gotten an invalid lap time, but Donut should be the first man to cross the line in the session anyway, so we'll stick on board with him here. As the Haas gets out of the way for him there. Ooh, Donut goes a little bit deep into Ascari, and yeah, big mistake on exit there, going to cost him on the run down the straight here. And now JD is going to do the same thing back to him, as if he has fuel in the car, hopefully, which he should, because Monza's pretty easy fuel-saving track in terms of, at least in qualifying, you can just kind of coast down the straightaways, maybe not in the race, as he dives in anyways. Donut does a 20.5. Time Lord's kicking off his lap, actually. My apologies. Oh, that's Massive Noogies into P1, 20.4. Looks like Mers here in the racing point. And I do have some updates on the drivers for you guys. Obviously, we went through the standings, but just to fill you in on tonight's roster, Mers is subbing in for the first time, so this is a debut for Mers here in the racing point, and hopefully he can match his teammate, if not better. And actually looks to hook up Ascari quite nicely there. Maybe a tad slow through the exit, but hey, better than crashing into the wall with 13 minutes remaining. Tidy Whitey is subbing again. This is race 3, I believe, for him. Lawful is back from hiatus. He did race in Season 1. He's replaced M3, and that's nice to see. Lawful back on the full-time grid as Mers pops in at 20.5. So he actually slots in ahead of Donut, who we know is a strong midfield driver here, and not far off Veyron, although Veyron does his lap on the medium tires. It's just astounding that he can have that kind of pace early on here. Let's go on board with the now full-time driver in the AlphaTauri. He gets a little bit of glitching going on here. Ooh, kick a oversteer on exit, drift for the fans. Out of Lesmo 2, down to Ascari now. You got to time the turn, time the turn in perfectly here. As you can see, he doesn't quite do, and he's getting quite a significant amount of lag. I don't know if that's just us on our end, or if maybe his connection's just not great, and that's affecting his lines through the corners. Could be the FPS glitch as well. I've seen that quite consistently lately. And coming up to the line now for Lawful. It's going to be P8, so he gets in ahead of a couple guys there. How about Pyden in the Renault? He's coming up to the line as well. Up to the line now for Pyden. It's a 21.1 on the mediums. Not bad by any stretch of the imagination. That's good for P7 right now, and I'm guessing he can improve on that, as well as Time Lord. Just, oh man, perfect timing on our end there. Time Lord goes into the barrier on exit of Ascari, on the left side there, and he is going to be out of qualifying. Didn't get a great lap in as well, so he will be starting from the back of the grid. Shazam's coming out of turn 1. Jay Luciano has appeared to have backed off from his lap. He's heading to the pits. Sufjan is going. This is a man to watch today as well. He can move himself up the championship standing order closer to the leader. With a good performance round Monza's, he hooks up the second chicane pretty nicely and now into Lesmo 1. Want to take a nice late apex there, get on the power through the exit of the corner and really run it down into Lesmo 2. Probably best not to go too deep or early into Lesmo 2. Try to just carry the speed to the best of your ability. Take a nice late apex now into Ascari. You really got to try to be careful here. Make sure you hit it late enough so you can hook up this corner as well as this one, which you see Sufjan does extremely well. And now on the run down to Parabolica. Be the final corner for the Ferrari. Let's see if he can get them some redemption from their lackluster performance in Monza a few weeks ago. To the line now for Sufjan. Let's see what this is going to be. Oh, it's a 22-2. Interesting. Don't know exactly what happened there. Didn't seem like it was too bad of a lap, but anybody else on a lap right now? Let's see. Yeah, Donut, I think is... Oh, no, he might have just put that... No, he's going. Donut's going right now. He's sitting right on the barrier there with Veyron and Mers. Seems to be hooking it up nicely here. Is the Mercedes of Donut. Hopefully no stop-go 10-second time penalties today for the Mercedes boys. As you see him coming through Scari now. Actually does quite well through there, but he's invalidated just a little bit too much. The inside curb there through turn 2. Who else is going? That's Shazam popping into P11. Sufjan's going into the pit lane. JD's wrapping up a lap here. Didn't get to see him put in the time earlier. Backed out of it. And who's that just crossed the line? Massive Noogies into P2. Wait, how's that possible? He invalidated his lap. Oh, no, wait. Sorry. Yeah, I was talking about Donut as JD pumps in a 19.5. The quickest of the session so far. And that's really good from JD. 7/10 up on the field and 8 minutes to go. He's sitting pretty and comfortably with that one. And that's all it's going to take, guys. One good lap here. Hook it up as best you can. And then rely on your competitors to make the errors because it's just such a crazy track. I mean, think about it. High speed everywhere except for the corners. And if you just don't get them right, like you see how JD went over the curb there, it just invalidates your lap time. And it's so easy to do because you're trying to be as fast as you can through the corners. 80% throttle on this track. 80% of the lap full throttle. I mean, think about that, how crazy that is. It's just about timing everything. As you see Logan now coming through Sector 3. And careful not to run through too wide through Parabolica there. Up to the line now for Logan the Flare, and it's P2. It's a 19.8, so the track's definitely getting faster. Is Noogies on the lap? No. Veyron's going to start one off right now. But Lukey Ace is going. He's 2/10 up. Needs to find the time in Sector 3. Now around the Parabolica for the Williams driver, Lukey Ace in P7. Can he improve up the order? Third row possible. Let's see here. And, ooh, it's better than that. It's row 2. He hooks up the last sector quite nicely. Another 2/10 there. And that pops him into P4. And he's just split with his teammate there. That's Massive Noogies in P3. Aaron's still going here in the McLaren. final corner. Ooh, Veyron invalidates through Scary there. My apologies. Didn't see that. Donut is kicking off his lap right now. Is anyone else closer to the... yeah, there's some alphas out there. It looks like Kidding and his teammate. Oh, they're both on outlaps. My apologies. How about the Williams? That's going to be massive. No, it's Lukey Ace. Ooh, Python popped into P3. Yeah, let's see what El Chapo has in store. Did a 22.6 the first time round, and yeah, that's only good for P18 right now. Obviously, you can't finish dead last. That will be Time Lord. And now Jay Luciano. Ooh, so this is an interesting call, and I think this is the right one. He's waited till 5 minutes remaining here to go out on track for some laps, and he's got the mediums on. So Jay's plan there was to take the mediums, wait till the end of qualifying. He's going to start on them one way or another pretty much. By the time he gets his lap in and decides to go back around into the pits, he's not going to have much time. So he's going to most likely start on mediums, and the track's just way quicker than it was at the beginning of the session as well. So that's something to keep in mind. It's a good strat call from the championship leader. Now into a Scary for the Alpha of El Chapo, and he runs deep through there. Late apex, but you gotta take a straight line. It's just gonna cost you so much. As you can see, it's gonna cost him coming through sector 3 now into Parabolica and then up to the line. We'll see what the Alpha can do. Can he improve? That's QJ, I believe. Nope, that's Slick Willie popping into P12, I think. And Chapo does improve up to P13. Decent lap, but probably looking at a fresh pair of tires at the start of the race. He's not quite up to the pace of QJ right now. He's got to find 4 more tenths. How about Veyron? He backed off. He's on an outlap. QJ's... yeah, QJ's gone. And I will say this now, if you are a driver listening in, I would be very careful how you deploy your ERS around here. It probably won't regen to the same rate that you're guessing, and that will cost you, so be very careful. Donut pops into P2 with a 19.7. Great lap from Donut. And I wonder where Jay Luciano stands. He's coming around the final corner right now. Let's see what Jay does. It's good for P4. 19.9 on the mediums. And that puts him in the driver's seat. QJ improves big time to a 20.3. He's in the top 10. P7 for the McLaren. His teammate's going now. And this is yet another guy to keep an eye on tonight, Veyron. He has been quite impressive as of late. I mean, he's just consistently finding himself in top 5 situations and doesn't really seem to make a whole lot of errors as well. So if he can keep it stable, maybe no pens today, as you see, invalidates right through turn 3 into the chicane there. If he gets no pens today, I'd be on for him for good results. Kidding's invalidated as well. Slick and Salty are on some outlaps. Slick's about to kick his off. He's on the medium, so he's pretty committed to it. I don't know if that's going to pay him any dividends. He's got quite some time to make up almost a full second. He wants to crack the top 10, and then he still has 8 other drivers to worry about. Time Lord, obviously, out of this one. Ooh, he running on the grass there on exit. That's going to cost him some time. A couple drivers coming up to the line now, it looks like. See if anyone improves. Doesn't look like it yet. Anybody else? Nope. Bunch of guys into the pit lane, actually. And you know, that's another thing too, I don't think enough guys think about, is if you do your lap at the end of the session and you cross the line when time is done, your car's going to stay out on track and you're going to accumulate more tire wear, as it looks like the Ferrari of Sufjan pops into P7 on the mediums. Nice lap from him. Yeah, you're going to accumulate more tire wear if you choose to finish your lap at the end of the session. Now, granted, the track is faster. You might find yourself in a better position, but it's going to cost you a little bit at the start of the race. Slicks up to the line. It's only good for P15. He does improve. And a bunch of guys are going here, crossing the line now. Let's see who's furthest ahead. That looks like a racing point, and it must be... Yeah, it's our buddy Salty. He's invalidated, unfortunately. So he's going to start at best P16 here. Oh, someone's off. That's QJ into the barrier, I think. Slick's done his lap. Lawful's going. Oh, Lukey Ace is sitting right on the barrier, too. He's someone to keep an eye on. Oh, someone else off? A couple yellow flags out there. Lawful's backed out of his lap. Slick's trying to go for another one. How about JDR? Oh, nope, he's invalidated. Sufjan? He's out of fuel. Lukey Ace is going. Sure, we'll keep an eye on Lukey Ace here. Seems to be one of the only drivers still in this one. Kidding Medusa saying, should be interesting. Yeah, it should be interesting. It's usually a long DRS train, and you can see the stacked times there between 20 and 21. That's from 6th to 16th, and Lukey does not improve. So that's going to be it for qualifying, and Logan takes pole position by, not very much, but just enough to squeak him into P1. JD is going to line up on the front row with him. Donut and Jay Luciano 3rd and 4th respectively. Master Noogies rounds out the top 5. Jay has the strat though. He's got mediums on, and only man to break the 20 barrier on the mediums. Well done from Jay. You got Shazam in P6, Sufjan P7, Pied in P8, QJ P9, and Lukey Ace rounding out the top 10. Veyron gets fresh tires, and that will help him big time because I don't think his pace will be truly as far off as it appears. I think he just had a tough time in qualifying. Mers is in P12. We got Kidding in P13, Lawful P14, Slick P15, Salty P16, Chapo P17, Tidy P18, Moji's P19, Time Lord rounding out the back of the grid. Obviously didn't get a great lap in. QJ saying maybe some late safety cars for rain. Yeah, honestly, if it's going to rain and you're confident that it's going to rain and you're starting outside of the top 10, it's a tough call. The hard tires are actually not great around here. I'd say go for the mediums. Try to make it to lap 18, maybe 20 if you can. There's 27 laps in the race, and yeah, it's going to be close. I mean, if you think you can't get there on the mediums, go for the hards. Make it a one-stop race for yourself. Yeah, you will lose time to the pack for sure, but if you can keep it clean, no pens, and keeps consistent pace, you'll find yourself in a much better position when the rain comes out because you only have to make one pit stop. So that's maybe something for guys 11 through 20 to keep in mind. There's your final look at the grid. I'll let you guys soak this one in while we take a quick comms break here, and we'll get back to you when we're ready to get the action underway. Alright, looks like we are going to get things underway here. And it's clear to start. Remember, rain at the end of the race. That is going to mix things up big time. Let's get that pulled up for you guys, and we're good there. Ooh, Tidy Whitey and El Chapo had a collision. We're going to have freezing cold tires at the start of this one. Alright, let's get you a rundown of the grid. Take a look at the tires as well. We got Logan in P1, JDR P2. We got Donut P3, Jay Luciano P4, Massive Miggy's P5, who just appeared to have entered someone off track. Sufjan P7, Shazam P6, my apologies. Pyden P8, QJ P9, Luki Ace P10. Then we got the guys in the backfield. So Veyron's on mediums. We got Mers P12 on softs, Kidding on softs, Lawful on mediums, Slick Willie on softs, Salty on mediums, Chapo and Tidy on softs. Mojuice is gone for the hards, so don't know if he's listening into this one, but Mojuice is going to opt to go to the pit window when the rain comes out. And you better hope and pray the rain comes out, my friend, and that it's raining enough to make a difference, because otherwise it's going to compromise a couple things. Let's just hope for the best for Mojuice. Time Lord rounds out the grid on the mediums, and how is he so much further ahead? No, he's not. Yeah, he is. He's way further ahead. Who's in the back there? That's Salty. No, don't do that. Yeah, don't do that. That's too much. Oh, he won't be thrilled that I got that on stream. Tires will be good to go, though. Alright, driver's lining back up now. Salty will be the last man to the grid. Here's your predicted pit stop strategy. So you can see the mediums. Probably close to good to doing about 17, 18 laps. So if it rains on lap 18 or before, this is probably Veyron's chance to make a statement. I'd say there are a couple other guys who are in the mix as well, but he'll be looked at for driver of the day if he can pull it off. And I think we're going to get the lights out now. Let's see what happens here. Yes, we are. Alright, we got 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And we are away for the start of the Italian Grand Prix here in Formula 20. And it looks like a good start from our leader, Logan. But JD's right there, and that's Donut trying to sneak up the inside of the two of them into turn 1. Just try to keep it nice and clean here, boys. Nice and easy through turn 1. You see the... Oh, that's the Haas. He squeezes a yellow flag in sector 1. I don't know who that is. Ooh, looks like Mojuice has dropped to the back. So has El Chapo. Salty down some spots. Time Lord's up to 16th. Let's get the positions pulled up. Oh, that was close through there. A little bit of contact. Oh, someone had a kick of oversteer there. Who was that? Kept it together nicely. Oh, and again. That's got to be Kidding in the Alpha. Yellow flag, sector 2, who's off? It's slow-moving Alfa Romeo. And yeah, we're racing here. Oh, and that's, who's that gone off? I think that's Salty. Lawful switches positions with Slick Willie. Tidy Whitey gets past Luki Ace. Time Lord up 5 spots already. And, oh, a move at the front. What's going on here? Is JD in the session? Or appears to be ghosted. And yeah, the Delta's going mad now. Mojuice is running almost to the back of the grid, so this is a P5. Yeah, I think our leader... Oh, who's that round? That's Mojuice. Time Lord as well. Don't lead the way? No, who's in first? Logan is in first. Okay. Logan leads the pack through Lesmo 1. And there we go. Delta's now figured itself out. Back to a little bit of normalcy. You can see time. Oh, and there's a yellow flag in sector 2. Who's that? That's gone off. can't see. It just keeps popping up so quick. Back on board with Logan here. You can see JD and Donut close behind. There's Jay Luciano and Shazam. The Haas boys in P4, P5. They're in a good spot here. Sufjan's up a position. Massive Noogies is down 2. Veyron's now into the points, P9. And his teammate demoted 1 spot to P10. JD sets fastest lap, 22.7. DRS is now enabled, and this is where it starts to count. Lap 1 and 2 are crucial breakaway times for all the drivers. You need to get as much space as you can between guys next to you. And Donut, you can see, is falling out of DRS as well. He's 1.3 back of the leaders, and DRS is everything around Monza. It's literally everything. You save so much battery. You can gain so much time out of corners that you're struggling with, especially Parabolica and the second Lesmo, which are not easy corners by any stretch of the imagination. So the field pretty properly bunched up. Salty, you can see, is in P15, but he's a second and a bit plus off of Lawful. And then you got Leaky Ace carrying around a pack of Time Lord Chapo, Moju's Tighty Whitey, who's now also out of the DRS range. Logan's just comfortably leading this race. He's got an 8/10 gap. Back to JD. That will close. That will close quite quickly here. Coming into Parabolica and now the main straight. As long as JD's in DRS range, he's just going to have so much top speed. Let's see if anybody's close enough to go for a move. Pyden's pretty much there on Veyron. Yeah, he's going to have it. Should have the inside line here. And comfortably through. Veyron can get him on the brakes. He's going to try to go around the outside of him, get the inside here. Ooh, actually pretty nicely done for Veyron to defend there. And that's going to bring Mers into the mix as well. On debut, in the points for Mers, up 2 positions. UJ down 2 now, out of the points. A lot of action going on here. Is Pyden going to hold it? Oh, it was close. Gotta be careful. So JD and Logan have a cushion now of 1.6 seconds on Donut, who's now dragging around Jay Luciano, Shazam, Sufjan. Pyden does get by Veyron now. And Mers gets by Veyron as well. UJ 3 seconds. And someone else as well. Who was that? Oh, Mers picked up 3 seconds. That's who it was. Yeah, I got to be careful on penalties around here. They're really going to cost you at the end of the Grand Prix because there's not a lot of room to break away, as I said. So hit most of the packs, as long as you have some pace, be close to other drivers. And the more penalties you have, the more positions you're going to drop. So just be careful, boys. Be careful. JD's tucking in nicely behind behind Logan. Donut's got Jay Luciano, Shazam, Sufjan all for company. So battle for the podium is well and alive right now. See, it's getting dark already. And Donut dips a wheel into the grass there. It's going to be Jay Luciano's chance to capitalize. But if he's smart, probably won't go for it into Uscara. You wait till the back straight. Sorry, the main straight. Sufjan's fallen off a tad. Medium's not quite working to his advantage. USA in the chat. Cloutbag in passing range. And yeah, he's right there. 7/10 to Lawful Cylinder. We'll keep an eye on him, because I'm guessing he's going to look for the move. Let's see here. Yeah, I'd go for it soon. Let's see what he decides to do, actually. Oh! And that's a huge kick of oversteer for Lawful, and he's into the barrier. And he's going to stay out, though. So Salty comfortably through now, and no one to worry about behind. He does have a 4-second gap to make up to Slick Willie, and that's going to be a task and a half. Oh, 3.5 seconds. Willie had a moment there. Oh man, this battle for the podium. I have a feeling this is going to be going on for a while. And it's just one of those trains that just picks up, and there's just nothing you can do. LA Ping Pong Kid, let's go. Clout Bag, yeah, he's in here as well. Just made a nice move up to P14. Lawful had a moment. JD picks up a 3-second time penalty. And you can see the leaders up there, just 2 seconds up the road from Jay Luciano, who has gotten by the Mercedes of Donuts. So now Jay holds the rights to the podium. But there's a yellow flag, and that's QJ off in Ascaria. We need a safety car, a virtual safety car, anything. Doesn't look like it. Oh, there it is. Safety car is out. The safety car is out, and this should really play into the soft runner's hands. Slap on a pair of mediums, because I don't think it's going to rain early, and just go till the pit window. What did Lawful do to lose out on Salty, says Adnan. So they came out of Parabolica, final corner before the start-finish straight. Lawful got a huge kick of oversteer, which I said you have to be very careful coming out of there. Putting the power down too early, you're going to lose the tail end of the car, is what happened to him. And he kicked his right front wing into the barrier. And I think that's why he's in the pit lane, probably replacing tires and some damage. Although Salty does get hot by him in the pits. So he's going to have to make up that position again. Once again, guys, I appreciate the support. Thank you for tuning in and keeping active in the chat. That makes my life a crazy amount easier, trust me. Helps pass the time when you're talking to yourself for an hour and a half. And if you haven't yet, make sure you hit the follow button. And if you can, subscribe. It's free with Amazon Prime. You can subscribe for $5 a month if you can. Not asking you to, but the follow is much appreciated, and the continued support as well, as I love doing comms for Formula 20, and I will for quite some time. So thank you guys again for just all the continued support. As it looks like, let's see if any of the leaders choose to go in. I'd say Logan might be thinking about it. Yep, JD's thinking about it as well. Ooh, Jay Luciano in a surprise move. As well as, is that, I think the Ferrari of Safran, yeah. Ooh, yeah, all the top guys are in. What is Mers on? Is Mers on mediums? He's on softs. This is an interesting call from Mers. I know he wants track position, but safety car's out, my friend. You need fresh tires on. Look at this. Logan's going to come back out in P2. Wow. All the top guys coming back out. Way ahead. Must have been some wing changes. Bayron's back up to P9. Yeah, back of the pack had a huge pit stop there. Everyone went in at once, and that's what caused the kind of backup to give all these guys up front the advantage. So this is basically a free pit stop for everyone. No positions lost. Donuts put the hard tires on. Actually, yeah, let's see what everyone's gone for. Logan's on hards. Donuts on hards. Jay Luciano's on softs. JD's on softs. Oof. JD and Jay Luciano are going to be gone, because Mers has to pit, and Logan, I don't know if that's the right call, to be honest with you. I think mediums would have been the right choice, considering there's rain coming at the end of the race as well. Sufjan's gone for softs, probably a good call there. I think if the rain comes early enough, they should last. We got Shazam on mediums, that's the right call. Hayden, Veyron, and Kidding. Kidding's on hard. Slick Willie should have an advantage here, as will Salty and Lawful Cylinder. QJ just isn't my season, man. You know, I'll tell you what, it's a tough game to be good at this year. 2020 definitely has a lot of kinks in it, where if you just don't hook up a corner right, or the setup's not perfect, you're just gonna find yourself in all sorts of trouble. And who's that just dummy to pit stop? Is that Shazam? confused why he would have done that. Maybe he's just tricking some guys to going into the pit lane, but it's not really going to work too much. Field's bunching back up now. Okay, Hugh J said he was getting a 10-minute warning for rain when he wrecked. So, that means the soft tire runners, they're going to get the, oh man. Just juked that pit stop. LA Ping Pong Kid, yeah, he did just juke that pit stop. Threw the full pump fake downfield. And then, yeah, that's good, I like that. And then we got, let's see, this is going to be fun for the soft runners for sure. They should have a good advantage here. Jay and JDR are really going to look to make the move early. And Mers, remember, he's going to have to pit. I can't believe he hasn't pit yet, to be honest with you. He's going to have to pit in the next lap or two. Might even pit when the safety car goes in. Should get back to racing here on lap 10. Now the field's back all together. Yep, safety car's in. Alright, safety car's in. Gotta be careful on the restart here. You're gonna get bogged down. You're gonna get bogged down. Yeah, you see how tight. Oh, and look at this. Look at this. Jay Luciano's got the run. Oh no, JDR's got the run. They're both side by side going into turn one. Who's gonna have the advantage here? Let's see. Haas is later on the brakes, but I think JD's gonna have the inside line. Nope. Jay Luciano's gonna stick his nose in there as well. But yeah, the Renault's just gonna squeeze it out. See the McLaren there as well. Lawful picks up 3 seconds in the process. And that Salty dropping down the order momentarily. A couple of guys popping back up. Let's check the position changes. Salty's now back into P14. Alright, keep doing that by accident. Pyden's picked up 3 seconds penalties. Veyron's up to P5. Oh, and it's raining. And it's raining. Oh no, this is such... This is really bad for Logan. This is really bad. Oh man. Mers maybe makes the call here. The call of the century. Now that it's raining, it doesn't really matter what state your tires are in, to be completely honest with you. I mean, it will definitely not help. The track's going to be so slick, you're not going to be thinking about it. JD's going to look down the inside of Logan here. He's not going to have it. Jay's right there as well. So is Sufjan and Veyron. Jay's going to go to the inside. Oh, he's going to get the double overtake to the inside here. Can he get past Logan down the straight? That's Jay who just popped ahead. JD's right there as well. Yeah, Jay's got the inside line. He's going to make up 2 spots. Is JD going to get it on the brakes on Logan? No, he's got to go over the curb there. Make some contact as well for good measure. And picks up 3 more seconds of time penalties. Lawful hasn't really filled into the shoes of the M3 guy, huh, says Adnan. And yeah, I mean, that's not really quite easy to do. As you see a couple cars battling in the background there. That's Sufjan and Pyden. They're going to go wheel to wheel into the second chicane here. And Sufjan's got to take a huge corner cut just to hold it. And still Pyden gets it. Logan, 3 seconds of time penalties. That's not going to help him. Massive noogies adds to the mix as well. No juice, 5 seconds for corner cutting. It's got to be a pretty evident quarter cut. JD has finally snuck by Logan. And this is what I was saying. This hurts Logan so much because it's already... Oh, and that's JD into the barrier. That's JDR into the barrier and the safety car's out. As soon as he gets by, he loses the car in Ascari and JD is done. Oh, man. And now, you know who this benefits. This is Luciano and Murr's moment. And is Jay going to go in for inters? Yes, he is. A couple of guys are going in now. Oh man, this is craziness. takes the lead. Logan takes the lead back. Careful on the brakes, my friend. Oof, so sorry, JDR. Adnan says, OMG JD, do Khaled voice. Another one! Sorry, I'm white from Connecticut. Doesn't exactly work the same. But anyways, we move. Logan's going to have the safety car to deal with here. This is just going to kill his momentum in his race because he didn't pit there. And he's going to have to pit. I mean, man, this is tough. Let's see if guys have gone for inters. Yep. Ooh, what's up with Jay? He's on softs again. What the heck is this? That's a gamble, Jay. That's a big, big gamble. Donut, then. He is going to be the man to keep an eye on. Hitting as well. Veyron is sitting pretty right now. Massive noogies. Jay Luciano's salty. Man, I know it's probably not Inter's weather yet, but it's gonna be, and you're gonna lose just so much time under the pit stop. Oh man, some guy, yeah, like Jay Luciano, I'm sorry, but I honestly think you just wrecked your race. And if it happens, just don't blame it on me. But I mean, yeah, I guess it's a gamble. If it stays like this and it doesn't rain more, maybe it's still soft tires, maybe it's still the dry compound, but I see this going in the favor of the Inter guys. I mean, it's supposed to be raining for the end of the race, and there's still half the race to go. See, Logan's in now. Look how many positions Logan's going to lose out on. Salty's going to get past him as well. Salty's going to get promoted up to P10. Very nice. See how Jay gets on in the braking zone here. Okay, not horrible. How about on traction? Yeah, actually the softs. I mean, here's the thing. It's probably still dry tires, but it's going to be Inter tires unless it stops raining. So, it's your call. Do you want the advantage at the start, or do you want to not lose 20 seconds under the pit stop? Personally, I would have gone for the Inters if it's going to rain for the remainder of the race. Everyone's definitely entitled to do whatever they want, but Donut, Kidding, Veyron, Massive Noogies, Salty are all sitting in good positions right now because of this. If it does switch to Inter's condition, they have already made the stop they need to make. They should find themselves sitting comfortably in the top 5 in a short period of time. Oh, QJ saying, I think they should have stayed on softs. Weather changed from predicted patterns, so it might stay light and dry up at the end, but we shall see. That's the gamble. So if it doesn't work for Jay here, I mean, remember, he can't go to the end of the Grand Prix anyways. He can't do 14 laps on soft tires. So if anything, he might have wanted to go for the Mers has done that. So maybe Mers knows something that we don't, and Mers could be in a good spot. If it rains more, then Jay Luciano's not in a bad position in terms of the tire he's chosen, because at least for now, it's still somewhat dry, but you can see it just keeps raining here. Safety car is in, right? Yeah, so we're back to racing? No, safety car's staying out. Here's left. Oh, because Mo Juice is that far behind. Never mind. Safety car's going to stay out for another lap. Curious to see if Sufjan stays on that pace. That'll let us know. Yeah, it will let us know. But remember, he's got 5-lap-old soft tires, so they're going to be a little bit more worn. Granted, he's done 2 laps under the safety car, but they're going to have like 20% wear at this point, and he's probably not going to be able to go for more than 4, 5 laps when he gets back to racing. Even though it's wet out, remember, there's still going to be tire wear on the softs. It's just going to be a little bit less prominent under safety car, but when it gets back to racing, you've got to find that balance between grip, heat, and the tires, and not losing pace in the corners, because eventually, if the track gets wet enough, it's going to switch to Inter conditions. This is really shaking up the field, hasn't it? Let's take a look from the beginning. Sufjan's up 6, Shazam's up 4, Lukey's up 7, Mers is up 8, Donut's down 2, Veyron's up 5, Master Noogie's down 2, Jay Luciano down 4, Salty up 7, Time Lord up 10, Slick up 4, Logan down 11 positions. That's tough. Pyden down 5, Chapo up 3, Mojuice up 4, Kidding down 3, Lawful down 3, and then our 3 DNF guys down there, JD, QJ, Tidy Whitey. Big rip for me, says JDR. Did the same thing, says QJ, and an F in the chat for both of those men. Fallen soldiers in the Italian Grand Prix, but we're back to racing now. Sufjan's going to hold the pack, and now he's going to bolt. And look at the grip on the launch that he got there. That's going to be huge for him. And now we see. Oh, Ferrari. Oh, Master Noogie's DQ'd. For what? Oh, he must have overtaken someone. Oh, we got a big three-way battle right here. Veyron, Donut, and Jay Luciano. Veyron's gonna go... Careful. Is Jay gonna get by Veyron into the corner? Yes, he is. Oh. I think an oversteer there for Veyron. That's Lucian. He's still on mediums. Mers is on the mediums. Mers on the mediums? No. Yeah, Mers on the mediums. Jay's on soft, so it's still dry tires, as we can see. Let's see, yeah, track's not quite wet enough. Not yet. Jay gets by Mers, makes a dive into Parabolica. And is DRS still enabled? We won't know for 2 more laps. I couldn't quite see. If DRS is still enabled, then that means it's not wet enough. But yeah, you can see the rain still falling. Just going to make things tricky for the guys on dry tires. Slicks into the pits, Chapo's into the pits, guessing damage for both. Oh! Who's that? Lukey Ace has just completely spun it round. Out of turn 2. Veyron's through, Logan's through, Donut's through. And how about Time Lord? He's gaining. Yeah, you can see the inter's not quite working. Not quite working. It's close right now. It's almost a toss-up. Ooh, AlphaTauri of Lawful. Oh, he's into the grass a tad. He's going to slow his pace down. Got to slot in behind Time Lord again. Almost touches the back of him through there. Ooh. That's going to be a corner cut. Oh, and he forces the Red Bull a little bit wide. Not quite making contact there, but Time Lord drops off into P11. So it's still dry tires. That's the answer. Question is for how long. You can see Veyron's gap is drawing down on Mers. Oh, is Jay gonna go for it on his teammate? Nope. Probably a smart move. Massive Noogies is left. Yeah, I don't quite understand why it DSQ'd him on the restart there. It must have been that he overtook someone illegally. DRS is still enabled. See both the wings open. Oh, and Jay's going to go to the inside. Into a scar. You got to be extra careful here. Both on the brakes and into the corner. And both of them do a nice job there. Respectful play from both of these drivers. And yeah, if you're Jay Luciano, I don't want to say team orders to go after Sufjan here, but remember, this is the battle for the lead in the championship. Haas is a powerhouse team, says Adnan. At least in this one. Sufjan's into the pits as well. Does he think it's Inter tires? He's going for, yeah, fresh front wing and Inter tires. Sufjan's going to drop down. Lukiace is in as well. How's Veyron doing? Yeah, his gap's not terrible. I think it's starting to switch over. Veyron's going to look to the outside, into the chicane. He gets covered off nicely there. There's a yellow flag in Sector 1. And that's... Ooh, who is that? Someone's off there. Someone going slow. Is that Salty? Yeah. I think it was Salty. Pine gets 3 seconds for corner cutting. On board now with Logan. Looking up at Mers in the battle for P4. Oh, and yeah, you can see just how tricky it is out there on the soft tires. Lawful picks up 3 seconds, and yeah, I think it's so close. The track is so close to being just a split, and it doesn't want to decide. Jay Luciano's in, so that's probably your sign. If Jay's in, Sufjan gets 3 seconds there. Corner cutting, Shazam's in as well. We're going to double stack at Haas. Veyron's going to take the lead. And what did I say? Keep an eye on this man. Mers as well, he's through. Oh, and Shazam's getting held big time here. Shazam got held big time. He's going to get jumped too by the Williams. Yeah, that's a shame. And the Merc. Oh, Donut's through as well. Salty's into the pits. Must have had a moment. Now Jay's on the inters. Sickly gets 5 seconds for speeding into the pit lane there. Sufjan makes up a ton of spots. Look at this. Back to battling Jay for P5. Look at the gaps up front. 5 seconds apiece for each. Plenty of room in the top 5 right now, apart from Jay under some pressure from Sufjan here. Veyron deserves the win. Super unlucky situation for him in several races, says Adnan. I tend to agree there. I think Veyron deserves his moment in the sun, and he's well on his way right now. Because I think Mers... Let's check here. Shazam gets 3 seconds. That's not the right thing to change. Mers is on mediums. Yeah. See Time Lord's closing the gap. Look at that, 11 seconds already. It's definitely enters condition. Pyden picks up 3 seconds. Let's see, did Sufjan get DRS? Nope. So DRS is disabled. Shazam's right up the gearbox of Donut. He's looking racy. Is he going to go to the inside line here? Look for a move. Goes the Haas of Shazam to the inside. Pretty respectful from both. He gets a kick of oversteer on the curb there. Can he hold it around the outside of Donut? It's awfully close. They're right on the split line with each other. He's just taking the shorter route. Gonna go the outside. Can he hold it? No, he can't. Interesting line through there. Sometimes you have to get creative in the rain. QJ saying for sure I feel bad for Veyron. Got stuck with me. It's okay, QJ. You're gonna have your moment. You're gonna have your moment. Look at Veyron's gap. 13 seconds already. This Shazam Donut battle is the only one we have now because of all the mixed strats. Actually, we have Chapo looking on Pyden. He's going to make the move to the outside. Going to get it into a Scar. He's going to squeeze Pyden. And yeah, he gets it done. Nice move from El Chapo. Ooh. Careful, Pyden. Still in the softs. He's got a box for inters. Crucial. They're not fast enough right now. It's more inters condition than it is softs. Can tell you that for sure. Let's look at the track. It's pretty glossed over. There's a layer of water there. You can see the droplets. Yeah, see, nope. It's time for inters, bud. Let's go into the pit lane and try this again. There we go. Break, 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 break. No, he doesn't care. Doesn't get a penalty. Doesn't get a penalty. Oh. He must have pit lane assist on. I don't know. Salt is at P13. Can you get past Kidding here? Yes, you can. P12. Ooh, Shazam Donut Logan battle now. For P5. Ooh, and Donut's got a good amount of pace here in the wet. He's catching Logan pretty quickly. Careful through Scary. Don't want to lose the back end and end your race here, boys. This is still points territory. You got to be happy with just about anything, especially when there's 20 drivers on the grid. 16 remain as well. Just don't do anything silly. You can see Time Lord has to pit there. He's made a mistake. Safyan's gap, a full pit stop behind Veyron. That's craziness. And this is what I was talking about. Here goes Donut to the inside on Logan for P4. And sneaks on through. Luciano is very close to Safyan right now. There's only a second between the two of them. They have their work cut out. Gotta find 20 seconds on Veyron in 6 laps, guys. Think you can do it? Sounds weird. Oh, some sort of glitch there with his engine. It's just the game audio, don't worry. Nothing to worry about here. Oh, Shazam Logan Donut battle. This is going to go to the end of the Grand Prix, and I don't know where the penalties stand. I'm not going to check in. We always like excitement at the line. We don't want to know where everybody stands. We've seen the penalties pop up. We're not going to keep full track. And yeah, now if you're on softs now, which no one is, it's definitely inters weather. And this is what I was talking about. This moment is coming. And look at how it's paid out for Veyron. Ooh, Shazam, quite a bit of curb there. It's going to be a warning. He's going to want to hustle to get past Logan here for P5 if he can. And yeah, no, he's going for it. He's on the button. He's going to get past Logan unless Logan can match him. Oh, yes, he can. He goes for the button now himself. He's got front right end plate wing damage. Shazam's going to send it down the inside on Logan. He's going to go deep into the corner, but leaves definitely enough space there. Got the car slowed down. Logan going to lose out P6. Oh, Lukey. Did Lukey just have a moment there? Oh, no. A couple guys coming through the apex in turn 1. Where's in Time Lord? Woof. Veyron. Look at this man. I mean, yeah, the gap's 17-6. It's coming down. Does it really matter? Veyron doesn't make any mistakes. This is his race to win. Show penalty status. Yeah, all right. We're going to have to take a quick pause for that, but we'll do it since nothing crazy is going on. Let's see here. Veyron's got a warning and an invalid lap. I don't know if that's another warning. Oof. Safyan with a penalty. Couple warnings. 5 seconds for Jay, another 5 seconds for Jay, so he's got plenty in the bank. Penalty, 2 warnings, and another warning for Donut. Shazam has a penalty. Logan does not have anything. Logan's going to be in a good spot here, even though he's falling out. Oh, it did show 10-second penalty for Veyron? Hold on. Oh, maybe it's from the invalidated lap time? Not sure. Doesn't say in the race director, but that's definitely a possibility. If it's the case, 6.5 seconds is the gap. But that's still a lot to make up in 3 laps. There's the gap from Jay to Sufjan. Let's check in with Time Lord and Mers. They're in the battle for P10. They're pretty close together. And they have Lawful right up the road ahead here. Only 1.4 seconds to the AlphaTauri. On screen during race, about 2 laps ago, says Adnan. No, I definitely believe you. I can't catch quite everything. Obviously, there's a lot to manage here. But yeah, if that's the case, Sufjan and Jay still need to get a move on. There's only 3 laps to go. Veyron's going to cross the start-finish straight in the line for lap 25. So yeah, they're going to have to close up quite a gap. 2 seconds a lap. That's a task. And you know Veyron's thinking about that too. Veyron, in the back of his mind, he's just like, don't make any mistakes. Is Time Lord going to have enough to get by here on Mers? Down the start-finish straight. You see Jay Luciano is right about in that 1 second gap. Ooh, now half a second gap to Sufjan. And let's see here. He's gaining. Time Lord's definitely gaining. Pretty much right on the half-second mark now. It's stopped. Oh, now it's gone again. It's close, but it's not close enough. Yellow flag, sector 2. Oh, who's that? That's Sufjan, who's DNF from the race. And it's lap 25, so we won't see the safety car out. Sufjan's just giving away P2 to Jay Luciano. Donuts into the podium position. Shazam into P4. Logan is going to move up to P5. Lukey Ace to P6. Awful to P8. And let's see here. Can we see Sufjan? And this car's going to disappear. Yeah, it disappeared. He was right there. He parked it up right after the chicane into the wall. Tough for Sufjan. So now Time Lord's battle is effectively for P8, but Mers is pulling out the gap on debut here. Ooh, and the main man. He is within striking range to pick up a point here. The Racing Point driver of Salty Cloutbag, and he only has to make up 7/10 of a second. I don't know if we got down to El Chapo or Salty in terms of penalties. Let's not even look. Let's leave it up to the judges here at the death of it, and these gents only have 2 laps to square off, but it's going to be a good battle for the remainder of the points on the board. Salty's got a good run out of Parabolica. He's gaining. He's gaining. He's going to look to the inside line for turn 1, and he's through already. Let's see if he holds it on the brakes here. You got to be extra careful. Pick your spot. Don't lock up. Don't go deep. And he hooks it up pretty nicely. Can he hold it, though? That is the question. He's got a lap and a half, or just thereabouts, to keep Chapo behind him and out of the points. See Time Lord's closer to Mers now as well. Shazam is gaining on Donut for the podium. This could be a close one between these two. Final spot on the podium. You see Shazam has front right wing damage. That's not going to help him by any means. It should just actually keep the rear more planted. But you want to have turn in, and that's not going to help in the high-speed corners like Ascari. You see he gets close, but not close enough. Time Lord and Mers, they're pretty split. Salty's pulled out the gap to the Alfa Romeo behind. Lawful's right there on Lukey Ace. Slick's picked up 3 seconds for multiple warnings, and there's a yellow flag in Sector 1. Don't see anybody off there. Oh, and Jay's right on the 10-second window of Veyron on the final lap, and if Veyron really does have that 10-second time penalty, Jay's going to take the win. Ooh. Just trying to keep it together is Lawful. Chapo's got 5 seconds for corner cutting. And the inters must just be going off for Veyron. It was worth the gamble, but if he does have 10 seconds, it's not going to... Oh, and that's Lukey Ace. Kick of oversteer. Lawful's through. And Mers should sneak through as well. Yeah, it's P7, best of the rest for the Racing Point. Veyron's going to cross the line in first. Let's see if he keeps it. The gap's 8.8. Back to Jay Luciano. Is Jay going to take the win by surprise here in Italy? And yes, he does! By 1.5 seconds on penalties. Donut's going to be the next man to cross the line. And let's just move down the order here momentarily, because we got a couple guys going to cross in succession. Donut takes P3. Shazam is going to cross the line in P4. And I don't think he's going to get picked up by Logan. Nope. Lawful finishes P6. Mers hops to P6. Time Lord hops to P7. Mers drops to P8. Lawful P9. Salty is going to cross the line in P10. Can he hold it? It's 10th. Let's see. Yes, he does. Kidding has time penalty. So does Chapo. Python's going to cross the line. Slick Willie and Mo Juice. But man, what a Grand Prix here in Italy. Monza delivers once again. And look at the position changes. I'm still going to give it to Veyron on driver of the day. But man, what a race. What a race. And just a shame for Veyron to miss out on the win after all that hard work, picking the strat right. And the 10-second penalty just kills him in the end of this one. Adding on credit for the notice there on the 10-second time penalty. That's going to do it, guys, for Monza. And yeah, your main man in the Racing Point picks up a point from outside the points. Gained 6 spots in that Grand Prix. Very well done. Says Time Lord's driver of the day. I mean, yeah, you could give it to him for sure. He was in a better spot, though, and had to pit again. So I'm going to give it to Veyron just because he pulled off the strat. He didn't get the win, but he did get P2 from outside of the points. And that's a huge accomplishment in itself. So Veyron, my vote for driver of the day here. Any objections, let me know. But there's your winner. Jay Luciano gets it done once again, back-to-back wins. And he's going to pick up a healthier lead in the championship. Sufjan, obviously DNF on lap 25. That does not help him by any stretch of the imagination. Let's now get in our winner and driver of the day for a quick word, see what they have to say about the Grand Prix. And we're going to pull up Jay first, get him in here. And we'll get Veyron as well. Mr. Luciano and Veyron. I'm going to start with you, Jay, because you are the main man tonight. Tick that box for me if you haven't yet. Yeah. But let me know your thoughts on the Grand Prix. Obviously, that was a chaotic one, and you pulled it off with 3 stops.
Yeah, it was crazy. First, I got to say hi to Rylan again. I love her. She's my niece. Told her if I win, I would shout her out.
Shout out Rylan.
And honestly, I got 2 5-second penalties in that race for like tapping someone under safety car and speeding under pits. So I thought it was a done deal, but I had a little bit of damage, so I thought I'd just come in, send myself to the back of the field, and I just put on softs and hoped that I would have good enough traction to pass all the guys on the inners, and it worked. And unfortunately, Veyron had that 10-second penalty, kind of like I did, and I chased him down. I was 20 seconds behind with like 5 laps to go, and luckily got within that 10-second mark. It was great.
Yeah, I was looking at that gap, and I mean, credit to Veyron. He chose the strategy well, but you did capitalize
92%
at the end there
tires.
to.
I had
Yeah, you did
92% rear left.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go to you now, Veyron. Congrats, Jay, again on the win. And
Yeah,
Veyron, I
thank you.
mean, man, I said it at the start of this one. I said, you got to keep an eye on this guy. I know he's starting P11, but he's got the pace. You pulled it off today, and you made a really aggressive strategy call that obviously paid
Yeah.
off in the end. Not quite to the extent you wanted, but a good race from you.
Right.
So let me know your thoughts on that one.
It was a good race. I think I kind of just timed everything perfectly with the safety cars. It just, my tire wear was just crazy when the weather was changing from dry to wet, and it just wasn't getting wet quick enough, and my tires were practically just burning out. And by the end of the race, I was like just dying. That's why I lost so much time. I probably would have been able to stay over 10 seconds if I didn't have that much tire wear, but I guess that's what happens. I'll try to clip it and see if I can get it reduced, because I did slow down. It wasn't like I just completely straight lined through a corner. I tried to make my best attempt to slow down. I kind of locked up.
Yeah, which
But
corner
yeah.
was that we
It was
didn't see
turn
that
one.
on stream? Okay. And did you go through the runoff area, or did you just go
No,
back onto the
I
track
didn't.
after you brake?
I
Okay.
went over like the black and white or black and yellow sausage curbs. So
Sure.
like it's not like I really just straight line through it.
Yeah, no, that's interesting. I would definitely send that in. It should just be a normal corning cutting penalty, to be completely honest with you. But that's not my choice to make. So, Veyron,
Right.
congrats on driver of the day regardless, sir. Very well done to you. And I'm very upset that you didn't get the win tonight, but second place is definitely a good amount of points. So, well done, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Guys, that's going to be it for me in the booth. It's been round 10 of Formula 20. This was the Monza Italian Grand Prix, and they have 2 more rounds in the books. The remainder of the championship, we'll have to take a look. But I think Jay's in the driver's seat to take the title here, and that means Haas might be as well. So stay tuned. Tune in next week, same time, same channel, and we'll see you guys very, very soon.